Hi everyone, my name is Lawrence Nyaguti. Welcome to my podcast. I'm staying at home to be safe. While at home, it is still my responsibility to give my views on the Sakaja Bill 2020, which is Pandemic Response and Management Bill 2020. I urge the citizens and our parliament to reject that bill in total for the following reasons. First of all, that bill assumes that some laws don't exist to respond to pandemic. For example, it assumes that Public Health Act does not exist and its provisions that allow us to cascade the WHO regulations don't exist. It basically tries to micromanage our Public Health Act and to micromanage our ministers in giving guidelines on Public Health Act during the pandemic. Secondly, that bill assumes that the National Government Coordination Act does not exist when it's purporting to give a response structure for pandemics. It assumes the County Government Act does not exist. It also assumes that the Intergovernmental Relations Act that helps the national government and county governments to work together during the pandemic does not exist. Which is not true, which is a fallacy. In fact, up to that point, that bill is a waste of public resources and time of parliament. Thirdly, the worst in that bill is it is anti-trade. It interferes with what we chase, which is our laissez sphere, which is free market economy. How does it interfere with that, with the free market economy? That bill says that during the pandemics, the only way to cushion citizens is to force the public entity to cater for some bills without the government supporting it. For example, I know by now landlords are scared, employers are scared that if that bill passes, they will be forced to foot into the bills of waiving for their tenants rent, and even employing people who don't have jobs during this time. Let's be honest. There's Finance Act, there's Public Finance and Management Act, which is supposed to protect citizens during such a situation by putting waivers. The bill, therefore, should be rejected in total. However, additionally, there are other laws. Like, for example, social assistance law. What does social assistance laws do? They are laws that support social protection, protect citizens against social shocks. And social shocks are found during these times of pandemic. So why should we support that bill? There is no reason at all for any senator or governor to support that bill. And I'll tell you the reason why you can support that bill. If you have not read the National Government Coordination Act, if you have not read the Public Health Act, and you purport not to realize that there are provisions in the Public Health Act, if you have not read the Social Assistance Act, and if you don't know that in our Vision 2030, there is social protection consolidated fund that is supposed to protect Kenyans during such a situation. I therefore ask Parliament and citizens to support Parliament in rejecting that bill, because it will create duplication, it will create confusion in response, and then also, the most important thing, it is not factual that a country on its own can legislate on pandemic, because pandemic is global. Pandemic declaration is a function of WHO. Thank you.